We're taking a look at Eric's Shorts and Shells column. And Eric, we start with what was our game of the week, the Niners and the Lions. Not even what happened during the game, which was a great game, but afterwards, I think the most entertaining thing of the day was Jim Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz getting into it after the game. I thought it was hilarious, personally. What's your take?
Well, two tough guys, two physical guys who I think have the ears and the hearts of their football team right now, and that's the most important thing. I suspect this won't be a story for very long. It makes for a good, interesting side note here. But the interesting part about the whole deal is that these players really like their coaches, and they're really playing hard for them. So I suspect these are going to be rallying points for their teams. And this whole fight, I think, undercut a pretty good football team. It was ugly, it was rough, but I liked it a lot. It showed the toughness of both football clubs.
Let me just say, I'm a fan of any time coaches get into it. When they had Todd Haley pointing at Josh McDaniel or whatever it is, we need more of that. Let's see if we can try and pick up the pace on that. Another coach in the news, Jason Garrett, in the Cowboys game, had a chance to try and run out the clock and literally ran it a couple of times instead of giving the ball to Tony Romo. What did you make of those decisions?
Always a delicate balance there at the end of games when you have about 3.5 minutes left. You're on your own 28-yard line. Patriots have all three of their timeouts. I mean, you've got to get first downs. That's the bottom line right there. But I talked about last week about how the Garrett and the coaches spent all this time looking at Romo and deciding how they were going to better use their play calling and set him up to be successful. Well, clearly they didn't trust him in this situation. I didn't have a problem with running the ball on 3rd and 18 after 2 losses and a penalty. What I had a problem were 2 running plays on 1st and 2nd down. Very, very conservative. The Patriots were begging them to throw the ball, and they didn't do it.
It's almost damned if you do, damned if you don't. They run it and they don't get a first down, they lose. If Romo does something stupid and throws a pick, they'll never stop hearing about it there.
But you got to show trust in your quarterback too.
Yeah, it's true. Now, Cam Newton, another pretty good game, well, not his best game, threw 3 picks. He's 1-5, although I think the runaway candidate for Rookie of the Year right now. Yeah. People aren't talking about Andy Dalton. He doesn't put up the wow numbers of Newton, but he's got his team at 4-2 now.
Cam may put up the big numbers and the big highlight plays, but Andy Dalton has that 4-2 record. It's the best stat he has going for him. And I still think the Bengals have to prove some doubters wrong. There's no question they're still flying below the radar a little bit, but Dalton's play from the preseason to now has improved more than almost anybody. He's a leader. He plays well at the end of ball games. And this Bengals team, we've got to start really considering them now.
The Bengals haven't beaten a lot of good teams yet, but they're winning games, and that's the key in this league, is you have to win. They've done it 4 out of 6 times so far. For the full article, Shorts and Shells, check it out at ProFootballWeekly.com.